Well, Merry Christmas. Welcome here to St Helens Beach on Christmas morning. I've got the old church tower behind me. It's quite a breezy morning. It's about half an hour before sunrise. And before everyone in our household gets up, I thought I'd nip out and do a little bit of Christmas sunrise photography. So I'll hope you join me here and enjoy Christmas morning at St Helens Beach on this quite cold, very windy morning. A bit of debris on the roads as I drove across, no doubt from the night before, but where the winds were quite strong. Just twigs, the odd small branch down on the roads, lots of leaves on the roads as well coming across. So I might go back a different way, more of the main road type of way. Okay, so let's see how the morning develops. There, look, it's a nice sky, lots of clear sky, but like a band of cloud on the horizon. So I think that will be significant. I was going to do a bit of long exposure photography. That's what was my thought, but it's just too windy. I think the tripod would be vibrating. So instead, I'm going to go for a little stroll, wait for the sun to come up, and then just take a few photographs and head home. Let's have a little wander along the beach. I'll spin you around in a minute to have a look at it. Let's have a look. Look, the tide is out. It's pretty much low tide now, maybe just on the turn. Now, the last couple of days on YouTube and on Wikipedia, I've just been doing a bit of research into why we have December the 25th as our Christmas day. And back in Roman times, December the 25th was their winter solstice. I know we have it on the 20th, 21st, 22nd now, but as I said, in the Roman calendar it was the 25th of December, and they had a kind of religious sun festival or celebration regarding that. And just before that there was the festival of Saturnalia, which has shares a lot of characteristics with Christmas, like gift giving, feasting, that kind of thing. There's a bit of role reversal. Apparently that festival started off, in ancient times with just being one day, and then developed into a week-long festival in celebration of Saturn, their god of agriculture. And anyway, so some quite interesting developments. As early as the 3rd century, early Christian writers were putting the date of Jesus' conception at March the 25th. So that also tied in with December the 25th as being a date for the celebration of his birth. So all interesting stuff here from my point of view anyway. As I stroll along the beach on this Christmas morning looking for ideas for photographs. No one else, surprisingly, is around. At least I say that too early. There is a jogger out for an early morning jog. So anyway, so that's one person I've seen. I'm going to head down to the waterline. Whoa, it really is quite strong, the wind down here. Very, very blustery. Oh yes, quite invigorating really. Not really, unlike in Australia, not really conditions for a Christmas day on the beach, I don't feel. Here in the southern part of Britain, even less so in the northern part of Britain. Right, let's have a look out. I'll just spin you around. We'll have a look at the fort, St Helens Fort. 1, 2, 3. Does it spin? Yes. There you are. looking out towards the Bembridge Lifeboat Station, and then coming around here we've got St Helens Fort, and over there in the distance the lights of Portsmouth, and looking back here the whitewashed tower of St Helens Church. Used to be a priory, which gives its name to Priory Bay. All right. Okay, enough of me rambling on. I'm going to get the camera out and take a few pictures, as I guess we're about 20 minutes now before the sunrise on this December the 25th Christmas morning. Okay, I'm back in the car now. The little bit of colour has gone from the sky. It's just before sunrise, but there's sufficient cloud that we're not going to see the sun, I reckon, for a good 15-20 minutes. And then it's going to be quite high, quite harsh. I think I'm going to leave it until tomorrow, and then either come back here or go somewhere else, probably get some good conditions, hopefully, for Boxing Day morning, and actually hopefully take some photographs then. So as I said, Merry Christmas everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's the 27th of December, and we're about, 15 minutes away from sunrise, and back at St Helens. And it's a lot nicer day than it was on Christmas Day, so I'll spin you around, and you should be able to see. There's Antoine with his camera, and there's the St Helens Tower. And you can see there's a rather small bank of cloud on the horizon, so the sun will probably rise 10 minutes after sunrise or something like that. It should appear, and then hopefully we'll get some nice light for a bit of photography, maybe try and get a few birds, that kind of thing. I'll put on some of Antoine's shots as well as my own. Look at that, the plenty of aeroplanes in the sky at the moment. All of them seem to be heading south, very wise. Get a little bit of extra warmth. So 5 minutes before sunrise, and we've just been trying to photograph the contrails up in the sky. They look nice. Sunrise on the 27th of December. Well, it's happening somewhere behind the clouds over there, but presumably because the clouds are so low, within 5-10 minutes it should just be peeping above them, and then we should get some nice light on our surroundings here. (1748). I think the old St Helens Tower was redone with brick that you can see on the outside, whitewashed as a sea marker. So the sun has risen from behind the clouds there. You can see how far south it is at this time of year. Antoine there taking a few pics. I've been taking a few pics of him, taking some pictures. And what a beautiful morning. Well, this is a lot of fun. I've kind of scampered around here, and the sun is quite near to being over that the lifeboat station. I'll have to remember this for future reference. A good place to come to try and do that. I should have been here a bit just 20 minutes earlier, or when the sun, if you can get out here, obviously only certain times when the tide and the sunrise coincide, there should be a good shot there with the particularly with the sun kind of peeping above the horizon, as opposed to when there's loads of cloud around. Now I'm going to try and photograph an oyster catcher, hopefully Antoine, who's over there crouching down. I'm hoping he's got some good shots. We'll have a look at his and I'll put them on. Right, let's try and photograph this oyster catcher that's milling around at the bottom of this shingle. Down there somewhere, there it is. So, very enjoyable morning's photography here at St Helens. Thank you for joining us, and see you on the next one.